Breathwork changed my life, now I'll help you change yours. In 2013, my world was turned upside down when my partner was murdered. I was thrown into grief, a place I never expected to be. The last decade plus has been a journey of healing, learning what works and what doesn't. Also how to rebuild from the darkest of places. I founded Vidya Breathwork, a method designed to make healing simple and accessible. And now I train facilitators to share this transformative practice globally. Welcome to The Dark Side with Verity, the podcast where we get real about transformation, growth, and stepping into your strength. Let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode of The Dark Side with Verity. Today we're going to discuss why your body doesn't feel safe with success. Wild, right? You would think that failing would be more terrifying than succeeding. Most often it's not. Let's begin, as always, with our breath. So closing your eyes, settling down, roll your shoulders back, relax the jaw. We'll take a big inhale through the nose together. And a long, slow exhale. I just want you to let everything go. Keeping your eyes closed, just breathing in and out through the nose. I want you to take a moment just to check in. Check in with your physical body. Notice if you've got tension, tightness. Notice whether your body feels safe. Whether lately you've been in your comfort zone or you've been creating, doing something new, taking action forward towards a thing that you've always dreamed of. Check in if there's some more space within your body. Whether you feel a bit more loose, the shoulders, in the neck. And then start to drop in and just tune into your emotions. And in this space, when people say, how do you feel? We kind of go like, yeah, good, I'm fine, busy. Let's delete all of that. Peel back the layers. How do you actually feel in this moment? What is your gut telling you? What is your heart telling you? What emotions are present right now? And let's do the same with your energy. Does it feel like your battery is charged? Does it feel like you've been running on empty? Or when you finish this, you'll feel better? Or if I just get this other thing done, this will be better. Like, are you waiting for that thing? Or do you feel lit up and ready to go? What is your body actually telling you? And the last thing is one more question to ask yourself. Do you feel safe to succeed? Safe to have everything you desire in this world? Whether it comes to business, relationships, life, family. Do you have goals that are far beyond what you ever imagined? When you're ready, let's jump back into the session. I'm so used to saying session. It's similar to how I start my breathes. For me, taking action with everything feels easy. I say easy because I just keep doing it. There's been so many moments where I have the thoughts, I always have the thoughts of, what if I do this thing and it doesn't work? That honestly doesn't scare me. Failing doesn't bother me, because if I died tomorrow not trying a podcast, not creating my app, not creating my facilitator training, I would be left wondering at 90 years old thinking, what if I created a Vidya facilitator training and taught other people to teach other people how to hold space and help people feel better? Like, imagine sitting in the nursing home thinking, oh, things could have been different. Or imagine sitting there playing cards, chatting with my girlfriends and partner. I'm not sure if it'll be in the home together. But reflecting back on all of the things we did, like I'm 100% certain that I'm going to look back on all of these things that I so-called failed at and laugh, because I would have learned something from each of them. So I feel like I've become really great at just like failing fast, because that is okay in my body. So for me, the like success part was the part that I had to work through previously. And I find this theme with my facilitators and actually my clients, because the people who have the courage to work with me, to come and see me as a client, I already know that they're like ready. And it may be that someone has told them to come and do a breathwork session with me, and so they don't even know what it is. Like, I've been told I should come here. So they're already like, if this fails, whatever, I've got nothing to lose. Or they've just like trusted their gut instinct and gone, I'll just give this a go. Like that, they're like my people. Because if you just sit in this space of wondering whether you could do a breathwork session and it worked for you or not, but you don't actually try it, you just sit there thinking, could feel better from this, or I could feel worse, but nothing changes. So you're just in this space of same. That would be the worst for me. But I'm a serial seeker of wanting to feel better. So I always know the people that are either recommended to me or are attracted into my world, they're ready. They're ready to feel better. They're ready to feel good. They're ready to succeed, even if that part scares them. The failing part, we can all laugh together about. We can all learn. This is why I share this, because there's so many things that I've done in the past that have not worked. And I've tried so many different therapies, so many different things in this lifetime that maybe haven't worked 100%, but in each and every one of them I've learnt. Even spending 40 grand on a business mentor who I coached, I learnt a lot. I learnt that I could judge that. I don't, because I don't feel like it's necessary. I get to work with the best people right now, and I can help them already. Fear of failing is an aspect that we can deal with. It's maybe an old belief that has popped up. Maybe someone told you that you were going to fail. For me, that's just become like a more of a driver. But the fear of actually succeeding, that's the juiciest one for me. Because sometimes like our ceiling, our limit is here. And until we're surrounded by other people that have lived the dream life that we want, or have shown us what a beautiful relationship and a healthy family is, or what did I listen? Oh, recently listened to wedding speeches that were just made you believe that real, true love is still there. It's allowing yourself to be surrounded by inspiration so that your success does feel scary. Fear and excitement, the body knows to be the same thing. It's just our perspective, right? So when you are in that space of my dream, my goals feels scary as shit, you're kind of in the right spot. Because imagine you have a goal of earning 100K. You're going to work and be so excited until you get like 90K. Maybe that's enough. And you're like, oh, almost there, almost got it. Like, who needs to get more than that? But if your goal is 1 million and you get to 100K, you're going to keep going until you get to 800, 900. Probably if you're at that level, you're like, I'm going to get 1 million. keeping that expansion growing is where your body will keep growing. Because our body, this is where it all comes back to nervous system. Your body also, just a mini rant. So nervous system is something that I wish I knew when I was in school. It's serious, it's scientific, it helps every single human. Whether this is like my rebel without a cause or, I don't know, creeping in, but everybody talking about the nervous system, there's part of me that actually really loves it. But there's part of me, it's like, if it doesn't make sense for you, and if it doesn't make sense for you, then why are you talking about it? I would love everybody to talk about it, but actually understand what they're talking about. I'm going to do an episode just about the nervous system so that if it comes up, people know exactly the science. They know how to build a resilient nervous system. I want everybody to know this, but I want them to know it from a space that it's from your heart and it's going to heal you, not because it's the latest craze in marketing. I don't know, maybe I should be grateful that it is everywhere. But what I would love is that if everybody who is talking about it knew how to give their clients the tools to actually build a resilient nervous system, not just say you need a regulated nervous system. If you have a regulated nervous system and you're chill all the time, that's not going to serve you in business. That's not going to serve you all the time in life. Having a resilient nervous system means that you're going to be able to cope with whatever happens in life and business. Having a regulated nervous system is that you're able to regulate in times of need and you're able to safely hold the capacity, whatever it is, whether it's money, whether it's clients, whether it's love, relationships, looking after your children so that you don't scream at them, which I found out from one of my students is she's just boomed on TikTok because she's teaching her clients how to not yell at their children. Get my words out. Like, how cool. She has regulated and built a resilient nervous system to be able to do this, to be able to hold space for this, to be able to hold success. So sidetracked then, but probably just obviously needed to come out. I would just like everybody to have the facts and it come from a beautiful space in their heart that they really care about teaching their clients how to do that. And maybe they do. And I really trust that that's the space. Back to success so that we can all succeed and so that we can all hold success. I've taught you how to build a resilient nervous system, how to regulate your nervous system. Go utilize all the tools. If you haven't found them, message me. I will give them to you. This part of being able to hold stuff in life, like money is, I guess, an easy one to talk about because we all have a relationship with money, whatever it is, whatever stories we've created, whatever goals we've set. It's how our body holds. And so if you're able to hold more at a capacity that is going to allow you to succeed and create the life that you desire, like, let's do that. There's no gatekeeping in this space. Everyone deserves to feel amazing. Everyone deserves to feel loved, safe, held, worthy, enough, all of the things. And that is done through your nervous system. I know it's a buzzword, but it's my job. So we're sticking with it. We've been ranting about it for years, so maybe it's just landing. Cool. When you feel that space where you're, that fear of success, it's your body telling you that you need to create more space, more capacity within. Maybe that is rewiring your old beliefs. Maybe that is creating safety within your body. Maybe that's also stepping into the excitement of new possibilities in your life in this world. Like, it gets to be good. And that part, that was the part that I had to do lots of work around, because I got life to a part where it was amazing. It was great. I had everything that I had ever wanted at that point in time, and was ripped away in a second. So from that point in time, I developed this belief, because over time, over the past 13 years, there was more evidence and more evidence that every time things were great, something would go wrong. And subconsciously, that's what I would focus on. Oh, well, this person doesn't love me. Or my business is built to this much money. I'll go and start teaching yoga. I will leave it, burn it all to the ground, and create a new business. Whatever it is, there's been moments where I've subconsciously found ways, whenever things are going amazing, maybe I need to go study something new, or go work for this person, or move to a different state. I am a master of this stuff. And it's only when your body feels safe and you understand your nervous system and its capacity to hold, it's when you're able to look at this stuff with compassion and go, okay, so this is like my old patterning. I can easily rewire that now that I know it, now that I've become aware, now that I've owned all my shit. Because nobody is perfect. Nobody even claims to be. Come on. In all of this, it's just space that we get to create. And that's where creativity comes in. That's where you can hold more. You have the capacity to do all of that. And so when we're in business and moving through all of this, it comes up a lot. So the first 4 weeks of my facilitator training, we're going through all of this stuff, like going through all the fears, going through all the old beliefs, patternings, conditioning in our bodies. Because if we don't address them then, when you start a business, when my facilitators go out and create their own business, that's probably when it would start to pop in. Am I good enough to do this? Am I good enough to look after these people? Or they've done breathwork before. All of that is null and void. They're human, so maybe it might pop up, but they then have the tools to navigate through so that they can continue to succeed. It's not the only thing in business though. And I learned this also because of my brain and how it works. It's all in on one thing, and this is going to be the game changer, and it's going to transform and change, and this is the one thing that's going to work. It's never the one thing. It's having the capacity to understand that they're different aspects. It's going to hold you and support you through it all. So if we just relied on our nervous system to run our business, there are times when life is going to throw stuff at you, and you're still human, so you need to feel your emotions during these processes. So if something massive happens in your life, you lose the love of your life, or you lose a best friend, your body is going to dip, and it needs to be supported. If you try and force your way through that, you're just going to keep hitting a brick wall, basically, because emotions need the energy and motion, and they need space. If you rush the process, force the process, avoid the process, you're not going to actually grow from that. So when I keep showing my facilitators, it's what I know, when they leave the training, they then get to create this business. If that's just running on their nervous system and their emotions alone, some days we're going to have good days and some days we're going to have bad days. And I can look back in my businesses in life of when I wasn't coping, things go down because I didn't have the strategy, the automations all in place. Because I literally was running on emotion. I'm an emotional person. And I was like, if I love it, this is my purpose, it'll feel great. But if I don't have that back end support, if I don't have nervous system support, if I don't have the tools, that's when shit goes south. So there's all of these buckets that things are in to keep us all supported and to be able to create a really safe, exciting business. And that's when you can continue to succeed, and that's when success feels exciting for the body. If I continued previously to rely on my emotional roller coaster of life, like, it's very evident in business, and that's not going to allow, or that didn't allow me in the past to step up to that next level to move forward. So when you are open and understanding of all of the aspects, because some people are naturally emotional people, some people are naturally logical people. We all have it all. It's just that sometimes it takes a little more effort mentally to step into those zones and learn. And when your brain gets to that space, it's actually quite fun. Like budgets, who knew that they would be the most exciting thing? As we step into who we are and allow the support from every angle and aspect, we just get to be more of ourselves. And that's when your business and you are able to move forward and succeed in a way that is you. Because if you attempt to be someone else, that will get tiring. If you pretend that you are this type of person, that would be exhausting too. It's why in this podcast I was like, it's just going to be me talking and just sharing from my heart. Otherwise, I won't enjoy it. It will be exhausting and it will be a waste of everybody's time. So thank you for dropping into this one. I really want you to understand that fear and excitement are the same in your body. So when you allow that to be okay, you can drop into your breath, understand your perspective at that point, and that's going to allow you to continue to move forward, continue to take action, and continue to be okay with failing. And we can just share our stories and let it be fun. Enjoy, take care. That's a wrap for this episode of The Dark Side with Verity. I trust it's given you clarity, sparked awareness, and allowed you to breathe a little deeper, plus a little takeaway to integrate into your life. If this has resonated, I'd love you to leave a 5-star review, of course. More importantly, I would love you to share this with someone who's on their journey and needs a little bit of assistance. Come hang out with me over at Instagram at VerityJoCoonan or The Dark Side with Verity, or start to explore Vidya Breathwork at verityjocoonan.co. Until next time, breathe deep, trust the process, and keep expanding. Much love.